Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this not quite March update. It's actually February 29th, but I'm doing the update for March here today for the TGW server. So, what has happened on TGW for the last month? Well, I get us a nice view of a Sukhoi here doing its thing. Well, February saw a mess when it came to Eagle Dynamics DCS updates. What a lot of us thought was going to be an awesome update in 2.5.6 turned into a near disaster. It saw servers running like hell, it saw crashes, and a lot of other problems. And it saw Task Group Dub Warrior looking for the first time at actually reverting to either stable or 2.5.5, but due to the fact that Steam can't easily do that reversion, at least not back to just the previous open beta release, we held off on that. So at the moment we are running open beta still. We will continue to run open beta, but we are seriously stopping and looking at each release as it releases and reserving the right from this time forwards to actually move our server from open beta to stable, even though stable is just open beta with a couple of weeks on it normally. At least until Eagle Dynamics get their shit under control, for lack of better terms. The other thing, of course, is that people have seen that I personally took Eagle to task over on Reddit on the Hoggit threads. Now I've gotten some blowback from some people on that, but I feel that as a customer, it's my right, just like it's your right to have an opinion on how Eagle treats us and how they are treating their game. And as the head of our group and the one who cops the most feedback whenever issues happen for us on the server or whatever, especially when I can't fix them, it's also my prerogative to take Eagle to task for both the state that they've done these last couple of releases in and their lack of communication. So that's the DCS itself and the Eagle side pass. Server-wise, we've kept things reasonably even. We've updated our .atc and our SRS to the latest versions. This means that you will need Open Beta Release Candidate 1, I think it is, or basically whatever the latest version of .atc is to use .atc on the server. And we will need the latest version, or at least I think it's 1.70 or later for SRS. We'd also like to see more people on the server jumping into the Discord. At least, even you don't have to talk, but just sit in here. It's where you get the updates for the server over the month, things like that. So that's the core of the stuff that's been going on there with the server and everything. At the moment, it doesn't look like we've got any major fighting going on, so we're just going to be watching aeroplanes flying around and around in a circle. The next part, of course, is mission updates. So, as I've just said, 2.5.6 has seen some really weird stuff going on. Not to mention stuff like that, where you're getting big dirty clouds coming out of jets that shouldn't be having big dirty clouds coming out of them at the times that they're coming out of them. But it saw some changes to our combined arms. One of the things that people usually love about our server is we embrace all of DCS. We embrace the fact that DCS allows for AI and for players. We normally have combined arms slots opened to allow those who want to do the land side to be able to do the land side and all of that type of stuff. However, because of issues that are raised with 2.5.6, namely that routing went to hell and performance has gone to hell for everyone, we removed the ability for combined arms to be used at this current time. On top of this, we were noticing that there's some abuse happening with the combined arms slots. So, players, when they're on, don't get the full map. We know this. We know how much of a pain in the arse it is for combined arms users, but there's reasons for it. People abuse the Fog of War map to just hunt down players. We've been seeing people jumping back and forth from spectators back in, moving slots, all this type of stuff. We don't like it. Full stop. The group does not like that it's happening. And we're starting to feel that people doing it are breaching the rule number one of the group, which is don't be a moron. Don't be a dick. So this update is kind of a warning about that. If we continue to see people jumping back and forth from a slot back to spectators, then back into a slot or whatever, for no apparent reason, they've not been shot down or anything like that, understand that you may be risking a ban. There are methods in the server to allow you to find ground units. Full stop. F10 menu in the comms menu. Use it. On the same subject of being a dick, we've had some people claim that you are being a dick if you shoot somebody on the ground at Sochi, Gadada, Sukumi, or just about any airfield. We do not agree. As a group, we do not agree. So, this map is a combat zone. Any point on this map is a valid target. For you to be attacked down in this area, or up in this area, means that somebody has gone to great lengths to be able to either get rid of the SAM sites, or fly low level and get up here. To be attacked in these level areas means that players are really just doing what players should be doing. These are the zones that are contested, and combat should be happening in these areas. We're not going to attack people or ban them for doing their job. If you're on the ground at Sukumi, Gadada or wherever and you're not paying attention to what's around you, that isn't the person who bombs you fault. That is your fault. There are plenty of spawns allowing you to move to other locations, okay? If you don't like it, there's plenty of other servers out there. Thank you for enjoying ours for as long as you had. Move on. Next topic. Lot ATC. We have Lot ATC running. I advertised this and you are welcome to use it. Full stop. Anybody is welcome to come on and act as GCI for the group. We encourage it. Just, if you're going to do Lot ATC, we also really encourage you to get on the Discord and let people know that you're on Lot ATC. If you don't tell people that you're there and you're flying and they're flying on the like, chances are they're not paying attention on SRS. A lot of the people on the server aren't on SRS. Some of them aren't even on the Discord. So we recommend you do two things from within Lot ATC. One, you get on the Discord, you post and let people know. Two, you broadcast a message using Lot ATC's chat window and let people know that you're around and that you know, things that you're there if they want good, decent ground control intercept offerings. Um, I will be endeavouring to keep Lot ATC up to date a little bit more often than I do. It's just one of those ones where I am only human. Um, Moving on, I'd like to remind everybody that the server costs us $170 a month. We have basically reached that goal for April already, because we've been aiming on keeping ourselves a month in advance on top of where we are. We're $5 short of that at the moment. I would like to thank the core group who continue to donate to keep this server up and running, because without them the server wouldn't be running, and we'd be back on an ADSL shitty connection. That being said, we also need to sit here and say a welcome to some of the newer people. So first off, we'd like to say a big hearty welcome to Corrupt Sock. Corrupt is now a member of the core group. He has shown that, one, he's willing to come around, be helpful. He's become very much the group's clown, able to relieve tension, and that when it's needed. He's very much donated towards the server, which is one of the things that has to happen if you want to be a core member. And he's added to the group. For the DCS members, I'd like to welcome DJ Ran. Ran, the follower of light, and also Space Cadet. So Space Cadet is doing a lot of GCI and the like. Feel free to hit him up if he's on, and or he'll hit you up and ask if he can GCI for you. And Ren has some wacky time sets because he's a European member, but hey, we'll take anyone. And he's been doing some Lot ATC and also flying some of the Flaming Cliffs birds, and we'd like to welcome them. To everybody else and anybody I've missed who flies on the server, look, welcome. We honestly love that any of you want to come fly. We'd love for you to jump on Discord, as I keep saying. Talk to us, say hi, post up your images or anything like that. You know, become a member of the community. If you do, you can become part of the core group. The core group gets to be a little bit more vocal and picky on what gets looked at, what gets changed, where we're going, and things like that. Anyway, that's about it for this month's update. We are going to be looking at what DCS does for the next couple of weeks, months. It's a little annoying that DCS literally has no real competition. It's a little annoying that we have stuff like this happening, where we have units stalled, refusing to move, which was not happening prior to the update. That we've still got shit like this happening, where units are getting stuck inside buildings. We'd like to remind people that we've got no control over this stuff, okay? We're doing our best with what DCS has. If for some reason you want to take your data or the like and you've cleared it out and there's no enemy hostiles like these guys here left or whatever, jump in a Huey or an MI8 or something to ferry somebody there and just take the frickin' place, man. You can do it with infantry or you could drop a vehicle there, whatever. But you will take the thing. You could have far more impact if you need to than these units. I mean, you know, we've got part of Division 1 down here and part of Division 1 up here. DCS is a little screwy at the moment. we're aware of that. We can't do a lot about it. But that's it for this month, man. Take it easy. Thank you again for flying with us and for being part of TGW for the core group that's here. Thanks to everybody for putting up with my rants for the last month and for understanding that I'm not well. And I can do this only as I am able to. My name's Rob, and I'll catch you guys most likely at the end of the month. Later.